If you don't fuck with the casting for Vivi in the live action, you are not a real One Piece fan. Like, I'm sorry, no woman in the desert is actually gonna look like this. And I love Vivi. I think she's like one of the most underrated characters in the series. But Alabasta is supposed to be like a Middle Eastern country in the One Piece verse. It's crazy because y'all acting like One Piece isn't one of the most diverse anime or manga in the world. The man himself handpicked the actress for Vivi. How can you be mad about that? You got mad people hating on this. Like, this guy said, looking like this, I wish Crocodile wins an Alabasta arc so we can't see this Vivi again. You are wishing death upon a character because she is not light. Vivi was my crush from season 2. Is she not fine? Is she not fine? Get your eyes checked, because that is a goddess. It gets so bad that the live action actors have to stand up for their people. And I know Emily was gonna say something, because they've been on her ass since the jump. The biggest problem people had with Emily playing Nami was her boobs wasn't big enough. Touch grass. I'm saying this to y'all. I'm saying this. You know, when I always ask people, like, what do you think the worst anime fandom is? And they said One Piece. I'm like, what? One Piece is like the most unproblematic fandom in like the anime scene. But I think my judgment has been clouded. Y'all are terrible sometimes.
One Piece fans. One Piece fans, One Piece fans. I got something for y'all, cause this, how can I say this? So, my bad for them technical difficulties. So, now, I don't think I've been watching One Piece my whole life, right? I grew up on it my entire childhood, basically. Like when I used to show it on Toonami with Dragon Ball Z, Boba Bowl, Yu Yu Hakusho, Inuyasha, and all them other old shows, you feel me? Bash the Stampede and stuff like that. So, I'm basically saying that to say, I grew up with One Piece for a very long time. Now, if my son is 5, that means I've been watching One Piece like consistently back to back, one episode from another, for about, I watched it before he was born, so I say 5 or 6 years now, consistently. And when I say that, I mean like, I watched it for 3 times now, right? Like from episode 1 all the way to current season. First time I got caught up to I want to say Dressrosa. End up starting it over. End up getting into Egghead. I end up starting over. Now I'm back here again. I'm making it out of I'm almost back in Wano. So basically I'm just trying to give y'all a little brief description of me, so y'all know like how consistent or how much I pay attention, rewatch, watch, and just look at One Piece, right? Now I was going to save this video for later down the line, but what better time to talk about it than now? As a One Piece fan, I don't think I ever, as not only just a One Piece fan, but not just as a One Piece fan, but also as a historian, I don't think I ever had the feeling of being so sadly disappointed and so happily excited at the same time of being in One Piece fan base. You feel me? Usually we ain't really with the toxic shit compared to somebody like Dragon Ball Universe and shit like that, right? And I'm saying that to say, like, fans are heated. And when I say heated, I mean them crackers is angrily upset about the One Piece show having Vivi be a black woman. Now, one of the reasons I love One Piece the way I do is because before I knew more of who I was, it enlightened me to understand more of not only who I was, but history itself, because One Piece is a show that is based off of accuracy of historical facts mixed with Oda's own concept and creation on life, you feel me? Other than that shit, it's all majority of the show is basically just historical things that happen. one of the things being the 100-year void that no one knows about other than Joy Boy and the people before him, or the people from that era, right? Now, the thing about that is, people don't realize that Vivi was originally black. Now, I'm saying that to say, like, her character design was a more dark skin tone color, and she more so was originally more accurate until they had to whitewash her character because it was too accurate to history. Alabasta is in Egypt. Egypt is Kemet. Kemet is the land of the blacks. It's Egypt before colonization. So when people start getting mad about saying like, oh, she should have been Indian or more darker skin tone, or she should have been she shouldn't be as dark as she is, all that shit. No, that's because y'all don't know y'all history, and the ones that do, they want to lie about it because that's where the colonizers came in with the crackers and the colonization. Because as I said, for the most part, if you study history, then you understand that ancient Egyptians were black. Y'all trying to put all these racial narratives of these cracker terms on shit because y'all mad about shit y'all don't even understand. Y'all could take that racial shit on elsewhere because we don't do that shit in One Piece, bro. The whole concept and structure of One Piece is basically to describe the racial discrimination throughout history. Fishman being black, and just also just even on the aspect of other historical events of, as I said, even Zoe, the elephant, nigga, that's an actual thing. But as I said, like, y'all don't really understand it from that aspect that y'all want to, because y'all have this small ego complex as white people, bro, as crackers. Not to say all white people, but the crackers, the racial motherfuckers, the people that I dislike, that hate my kind. I don't dislike all white people. I love every race because I don't judge a person by their color. I judge them by their character and their characteristics and their actions. And as I said, One Piece being a show of historically accurate historical accuracy, y'all don't even realize or want to know the truth because y'all over here just making up so much bullshit. Bro, when I tell you I'm in the comments going crazy, basically just going back and forth with y'all dumbass fanboys trying to use shit to the point that y'all deleting comments, bro, to the point I can't even find some of this shit that I reply to, because y'all motherfuckers trying to use a false narrative and lie about history like y'all been doing. And y'all need to cut this shit, because motherfuckers know if we in the day and age of technology and learning, we can learn this shit ourselves. The Nefertari family, bro, that's an actual black family. Princess Nefertari, she was the queen of, I think it was either Ramsey the First or Ramsey the Second, one or the other. But those are all actual kings and queens of ancient Kemet. They try to use Kemet to say that it means the black land of the soil. I mean the black land, the soil being black or some shit. You feel me? Just basically the dirt being black by the Nile River and all that bullshit, bro. Just more, like I said, whitewash colonization words to describe some shit that they don't understand or don't want to face the fact of reality on, because history is based on lies anyway from the people like in the show, as far as the elders. You feel me? They lie about this type of shit because they want to stay feeling empowered and in control of the world without understanding that it don't work like that, bro. If y'all get out y'all little ass ego complex, then y'all will understand that this world has much more to offer and has a much greater history than what y'all always trying to whitewash and deny and lie about. Cause shit, Oda doing this is no different from even the movie The Prince of Egypt, where they trying to be more accurate with history. So what the fuck is y'all talking about? Then on top of that, y'all don't even realize half the characters in One Piece is black. And y'all don't, and then a lot of people trying to say like Alabasta is someplace that ain't supposed to be where black people are. No, motherfucker, it's in Egypt. Egypt is in Africa. Those are colonized words. Africa is Albulan. Egypt is Kemet. Y'all be making up all this bullshit about shit because y'all so sick about it when y'all don't even realize certain shit. Like even Luffy, him being Brazilian, he's part black to an extent. That's why Dragon looked the way he do. That's why Garp looked the way he do. That's why Luffy looks so natural being Afro Luffy. What the fuck is y'all talking about, bro? Even Zoro. Zoro is Blasian. He's black and Asian. Originally, they whitewashed his color a little bit now because, like I said, they try to discredit or take away from our credit in history. And that's not to say Oda, but more so Toei Animation, because Toei Animation is his own company. And as I said, even somebody as simple as Vivi's skin color, they had to whitewash her because she was too accurate to the actual queen of history. Nico Robin, she is actually black. She's black Russian. Bro, black people are indigenous people. We've been on every continent in the world. That's why they had to change her from Nico Robin to just Robin, because after a while, by the time they got to Ohara and started talking about her history, they started being a little accurate again to where they can't talk about certain shit, because as I said, it's all historical events but with Oda's narrative and perspective on it. And as I said, Ohara is a place that got destroyed because they were searching for what happened in the past, which was, as I said, the history of the elders basically just taking over the world from basically the blacks and turning it to white land. You feel me? Cracker land, the world government, what it is now today. You feel me? That's why blacks are in poverty. That's why blacks don't have their crowns much often anymore. That's why you don't see our greatness, because they try to keep that potential from us. But we're in a day and age of learning, and that's the difference to where they can't keep hiding this information from us, because at the end of the day, the truth always gonna come to the light regardless of however long you want to hide it. So you feel me, this whole time gap of, you feel me, it being the void century, all it is them just destroying history and making the world into what they want it to do. That's what they're trying to do in these comments, as far as trying to be mad about Vivi being black and not being whitewashed like the rest. Same with Nico Robin. Like I said, that's something else that y'all not even ready for. Nico Robin was black. You feel me? Like, and we know this wasn't no accident as far as her color being changed, because shit, her mother was black. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Y'all motherfuckers be I can't stand racial bigots, because it's to the point, not only is Oda commenting on y'all stupidity, but also people from the actual the actors of the Netflix series of One Piece is actually replying to some of y'all shit, because at the end of the day, this shit is out of hand, bro. It's wild as fuck, because y'all don't want black queens to realize their greatness again. That's no different from the Aurelie, whatever, I forgot the mermaid name, but when they turn her black and other shit upon that, like, do y'all know how much shit y'all whitewashed throughout history as is, and y'all can't give us our credit when it's due past the shit of day and age of racial shit? Like, bro, y'all sound, man, that shit wild as fuck, bro. That's what I said. I've never been more ashamed to be a One Piece fan, but at the same time, I'm also happy, because the difference between the One Piece fans and the Dragon Ball fans is when they racist in the Dragon Ball world, Toriyama is racist himself, so he didn't really give a fuck. He condoned the shit. But somebody like Oda, as I said, in the show itself, the main concept of the show is basically to teach about racial injustice, trying to unify people more together. Even somebody like Big Mom on Whole Cake Island, that's her whole concept of trying to bring every race together. You feel me? And be in peace and harmony as one. She got her own fucked up concepts to the shit, but that's the whole principle of her basic dream. You feel me? And then, like I said, other people, shit, even Luffy trying to liberate people from being in bondage. Fishman, being black people throughout history, we literally went through the same shit. And that's why, as I said, y'all just be too, and y'all little bubble to actually understand and realize history, to accept it and appreciate it, because shit, y'all motherfuckers just wasn't shit, and that just is what it is. Y'all somewhat shit now, cause y'all got more population control over like, how can I say, I want to rephrase that. I would say y'all agendas are working to y'all extent of the narrative y'all trying to push it in. So shit, at the end of the day, if we realizing our potential and our greatness, why the fuck y'all be hating? Cause shit, even in, like, when I'm in the black groups, as far as like just enlightening shit, the only people that be mad and, you feel me, in the comments trying to do some bullshit is no different from this shit is them crackers that hates it and wants to deny it, because they can't hide it. So you feel me, when we realize it, that's where they hate it. Cause shit, at the end of the day, we greatness. Fuck you mean? How long this shit been going? 14 minutes, man. I don't care, bro. I'm just enjoying myself. Cause as I said, this was a video I was already planning on doing a couple years ago, but you feel me, now I'm on to it anyway. So I'm politicking and brainstorming. Another thing is even, what's that shit? What? Skypea. Literally all black people, bro. Alabasta is people of Kemet. Skypea is people of Egypt. I mean, not Egypt. I want to use the right term. I'ma just say Indian. You feel me? Because I know my history, and I also know who I am and my Loa and my Orishas, my ancestors. I know parts of my history, and part of my history is that an Indian that is from a tribe called Blackfoot. You feel me? So as I said, when I see certain shit, I know certain shit because I can connect it to certain shit. It's so much things in there, bro. It's so many things I can go to in One Piece. That's why I love it so much, because it makes you realize its greatness. Even somebody like Luffy himself, his character design is based off of Papa Legba. Ace, his character design is based off of Byron Samade. It's so much shit. I ain't trying to get sidetracked down, because as you can hear, I can't concentrate as much anymore. But as I said, bro, y'all need to cut that shit and realize, like, once y'all stop trying to deny our history from us, then this world will be a whole better place, like in the show itself. See the difference between somebody like me and somebody that's trying to put on a false narrative is just the image to them, but to somebody like us, this shit is a lifestyle. But that aside, I want to say, I don't know what type of godly drugs Oda be taking, but his level of creativity and just the way his thought process is, and just his imagination itself is on a godlike level that can't be compared to in a way. Cause shit, he be on some other shit, even the way he be predicting stuff from years down the line, because One Piece been going on for about 20 plus years now, and shit, he been predating stuff back from before Arlong. So you feel me, like, that shit crazy. But never mind, I ain't about to get sidetracked. But as I said, yeah, just aside from Luffy being based off of the same character design as Papa Legba, and Ace being similar to Byron Samade, I would like to state for the record that I don't know where he got the concept from himself, but they call people from Detroit, certain people from Detroit, Joy Boys. You feel me? I'm a Joy Boy, and hey, just like you see, I'm spreading knowledge on both aspects. You see how Luffy deliberating people. So all I'm saying is, if you understand these concepts a little more, you'll understand why somebody like me can relate to One Piece.